Hello, I'm glad you're here today. So, yesterday we talked about He is with me. And so today we're adding, even if He is with me. Yesterday we talked about how God is our refuge and He's our strength. He's where we go to for our comfort and knowing that He's there to take care of us and to hold us. And we talked about the hardships that we face and the struggles, and just reminding ourselves that He is with me. Today we're in Hebrews chapter 11, which is a lot of times been referred to as the Hall of Faith. And we see different men and women in here who have placed all of their trust and faith in God, and their journeys have been long, and they still continue to trust Him and to know that God is faithful. In verses 8 through 10, it says, "By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after received for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him as the same promise. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is God." And then when we skip over to verses 17 through 19, it says, "By faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom he was said, This is Isaac, shall thy seed be called, accounting that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure." So, Abraham left his home with God's leading to a place. He's leaving his home and he doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know anything about where he's going, the place he's going. And he's just trusting God. He knows that God is with him. So he just trusted God. Then when Abram was tried with offering up Isaac, God had, this is the son God had promised him. And now he's asking him to offer him as a sacrifice. And without question, he does that without knowing how God is going to take care of this, not knowing what this plan is that God has. He has no idea. But he still put his faith and his trust in God. He knew God is with me. Even if he takes my son, he is with me. In verse 11, it says, "Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised." She knew God is with me. Then when we come to verse 13, it says, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." So all of these listed in this chapter is said to have died in their faith, the not receiving the promise. They see these things afar off, but they still continue to place their faith and trust in him. Abraham and Sarah struggled for years to have children, and then God told them, "I'm going to give you a child." They're past childbearing years, and they just believed. They were faithful, and it said Sarah judged him faithful who had promised. So she knew that God was with her. So even though we have our struggles, even though we have all of these things that we go through, all of these things that we deal with, he is with me. Even if the sickness isn't healed, he's with me. Even if the pandemic continues, He is with me. Even if the hardships follow you, He is with me. He is with me through the journey. It's that journey that He grows us, He draws us closer to Him. We learn more of His love for us, we learn more of His character, we grow in our knowledge of Him. Our faith in Him becomes stronger. We become more firmly planted and rooted in Him because He is our focus. He is our hope. He is where our faith lies. He is with me. I don't have to go through it alone. I can pour it all out to Him. I can give it to Him and I can leave it there. I know that sounds hard to do, and it is hard to do because we want to fix everything. But we can't fix everything. We can't make everything better. But even if He is with me, we never have to face it alone. He will carry my burdens. Who else would want to do that for us? Who else would want to carry our burdens for us? He is always with me. This is something that I've been focused on. We have talked about it yesterday and today, but it's something that I needed. I needed that reminder that whatever I'm in, whatever I'm facing, He is with me. And so, I know if He's teaching me and growing me in that I can share that. And that may be something that you need. We all need it. But I never know what any of you are going through or what you're facing, but He does. And we all need that reminder that He is with me, even if it doesn't work out the way we want it to, even if the prayers aren't answered how we want them to be, even if we continue on the same journey, even if we are always going through those valleys, He is with me. That's our comfort. That's our strength. That's our hope. And it's something I wanted to share with you. It's something that is meaning a lot to me, and I'm having to remind myself every day, He is with me. When I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I'm mad, whatever it may be, He is with me. So I hope that's something you can carry with you. And until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks, guys.